Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live from the Chromebook Cave. Today is April 4th, 2017. It's about 2:15 in the afternoon, and I have on the other line, you'll be able to hear them in just a second, but on the other line I have Mr. Dooley's class over at Conger Elementary. Everybody over there in Mr. Dooley's class, give me a big old hey, what's up? Awesome. So today, kind of to give a little recap, we had a little session earlier with one of his classes, and we're going to continue that with this group. We're going to start showing these folks how to set up a Screencastify video that they're going to use within their project-based learning environment. Mr. Dooley is one of our test drivers for that, and we're going to be setting them up to be able to add a screencast video into their website to be able to use as far as being able to promote their colony. They're talking about the 13 original colonies, and they're creating websites for those, making it more modern and with a modern look, and allowing the kids to promote people visiting their colony, such as what a Chamber of Commerce would do in real life. So, without further ado, guys, we're going to dig right in, and we're going to show you how to get started with Screencastify. So Mr. Dooley said he was going to have everybody hooked up and have you signed into your Chromebooks. And if you are not, I would appreciate if you would quickly do that for me. Do not use the public session. You want to make sure you sign in with your username and password. So, Mr. Dooley, do we have everybody ready to go? Okay, great. So, without further ado, then I'm going to dig right in. So, some of you are going to see, I'm going to share my screen with you so you guys can see what's going on. Give me just a second. Takes just a minute for the screen share to pick up on Google. For those of you that are listening in live, Mr. Dooley's class is connected in via Google Hangouts. We use Google Apps for Education here in Delaware City Schools, and he has them connected in so they can see my screen, and I'll be able to demonstrate with them very easily how to set this up. So, you should see my screen now. You probably see a latent version of our live stream that's going on right now. But we're going to start right off. We're going to go right up to the top of the screen here, and this is going to be on your Chromebooks as well. You're going to be looking at your URL bar, which is right here where the www.youtube is for me. And we come all the way to the right-hand side. You're going to see a little film strip icon. Everybody give Mr. Dooley a thumbs up. Let me know that you got that there. Everybody's got it. Great. That's what we want to hear. So we're going to click on that. I'm actually going to remove it real quick and re-add it because I want you to be able to see I want to be able to show you what you're going to see. And I don't want to take the uninstall survey right now. So let me get back to the web store, chrome.google.com. And I can't spell Google for some reason today. Chrome.google. There we go, web store. That's what I want. And I'm going to search Screencastify. For those of you that are listening in, it's a great little screencasting tool. It can be used on Chromebooks, Mac, Windows PCs, all types of environments. So we're going to add that to Chrome. It's an extension, and it's going to appear right up here in the corner as soon as it's done installing. So it takes just a couple of seconds for it to download, and then it'll throw it right in up there for me. So, let's see here. Come on. There it is. All right. So, it's been added to Chrome. We're going to click on that. So, if you all want to join me in Mr. Dooley's classroom, you're going to click on that, and it's going to give you a little pop-up window that's going to ask you to decide where you want to store your files. It's going to give you two options. You can store them either via Google Drive, or you can store them in your local device. I recommend using Google Drive, and there's multiple reasons for that. So for the students that are online with me, they're going to be able to take those clips and embed them very easily within Google Sites. One of their projects that they're doing within this PBL unit is they're creating websites as well, and they're going to want to be able to embed that content right within the website. And Google Drive will allow them to do that very easily. So they'll select Google Drive, as I suggest you do as well. But again, you can use locally on your device if you want to. So we click Next. It's going to ask you as a user to sign in. So we click Sign In. You're going to select, for the kids here, they're going to select their school user account. And it'll ask them to probably put their password in. Same thing for you listening out there in the World Wide Web. And then it's going to bring you to this screen. It talks about tab recording. We're going to skip through this one right now. I'll address this in a later tech tip video later. But the tab recording feature is not something the kids are going to use. So if you want to click Skip, and that'll take us straight through. And there's going to be a little demo video that starts. You probably hear that in the background right now. So, I'm going to pause that. This video, you guys in Mr. Dooley's class, you can come back to this at a later date. It's going to be stored within your Screencastify, which if you click on the little 3 bars there, the hamburger, you'll notice there's your recordings, all that stuff. You'll be able to find that through the support link, and you'll be able to watch this again on your own time. It's the exact same thing that I'm going to be walking you through, so I think it's kind of pointless for me to waste the minute and let you guys watch it. So, from here, we're going to start our first actual recording. All right? So, we're going to go back up and we're going to click on the little film strip icon. So, everybody do that for me. Mr. Dooley, would you let me know when they are that far? Your screen should look something like mine. And let me switch the feed over so you guys in the World Wide Web can see what we're talking about. So over here, we're going to click on that film strip icon just like the kids have done, and it's going to give us a little pop-up window. And within that pop-up window are 3 options. There's Tab, there's Desktop, and there's Cam. Cam being short for your webcam. So, if we are all that far, I'm going to continue on. Okay, great. So now that they are in that position, we are going to look at this and we're going to say, all right, there's a tab. We're not using that, so we're going to ignore it. And then there's also the cam, and the kids are most likely not going to be using their webcam for this presentation video that they're doing. So we're going to ignore that one as well. We're going to look straight at the desktop tab. So we look at this desktop thing and we say, all right, the audio. We need to select a microphone. So for those of you that are using a Chromebook, from what past experience is, if you hit the little drop-down arrow, you're going to get 2 options most likely, either a default and a built-in microphone, or it could also just be default. Mr. Rulin has a third one, because if you happen to look, and let me switch off my screen share, and so many steps to go through here. I've got this nice little microphone here with a little pop filter on it. You guys won't have that and won't need it, but nonetheless, it does provide a nice high quality sound. You guys are going to use the built-in. It'll give you just what you need without a problem. I will give you one big tip, and that is you need to do one of 2 things. You either need to mute your speakers, and there's a little mute button in the top row of buttons on your Chromebook. There's 3 volume buttons. 1 increases, 1 decreases, and then there's 1 that mutes. The one that mutes doesn't have any arcs on it. You're going to want to mute those speakers, or better yet, if you want the full immersive value of this, you will have a set of headphones like what Mr. Rulin has. I got these nice, the kids in Mr. Dooley's class can see, I got these nice skull candy headphones on. Alright? That way you're not going to get any feedback while you're recording your video. you're most likely going to be narrating, and you'll be able to possibly hear your narration through the headphones as you speak it, which is a good thing. As a broadcaster, you're going to want to be able to hear yourself before it heads out to the actual airwaves. Like right now, Mr. Rulin is kind of struggling. There's like a 0.2 millisecond delay between what I'm saying and what the live stream is picking up. So I've got this little echo going on between the computer and my actual voice. So, once we have a microphone selected, we're going to skip over the embed webcam. You won't need that. We're also going to leave show preview window unchecked. And the reason I suggest that is the Chromebooks that you are using are not going to be able to digest or process that preview fast enough. So you're going to get some lag and some chunkiness that goes on with the video as you record it. So, nonetheless, let's move right along. We're going to go ahead and click Record Desktop, and you're going to hear in the background when you do that, the computer is going to count it off, and they're going to say 3, 2, 1, and then it's going to start. You're also going to notice up here on that little film strip icon, there's going to be a small red icon that appears, and once the recording starts, it turns to a red circle. So, I'm going to go ahead and click that, Record Desktop, and you're going to hear, wait for it. Oh, got to share my screen. You'll hear that countdown, and then it starts. And let me reshare my screen on the Google Hangout so the kids can see it. Yes, you may go ahead and follow along, guys. So if you notice then, right here in the Chrome window, there's a little red circle up here in the top. All right? That tells you that it's actually going and it's live, it's recording at that point. And then you can maneuver through and you can say, hey, here's my presentation. Hey, here's my video. Whatever. I love this. Nice, guys. The footballs and everything else. Cool. So, nonetheless, once you are done creating your video, what you're going to do is you're going to come right back up and you're going to hit that film strip icon, and it's going to pop up that window again, or that little dialog box. Sorry, my computer is running at 100% right now, so. All right, then we're going to hit End Recording. Now, it's going to bring up your video right there in the in your web browser. And I'm not sure if Mr. Dooley's class can hear it. I know everyone on the web can right now, but it's playing all that audio right back, so you're going to hear it instantly. So I'm going to go ahead and pause that. All right. And from there, you're going to notice over here it says uploaded to Google Drive. Well, when we connected that to Drive, it allowed it to automatically place that file into your Drive for you. Okay? So if I come into my Drive and I search for Screencastify, you're going to notice there's a folder. Okay? Within that folder, you're going to see a ton of videos that I've done for the Live from the Chromebook Cave series. All right? And here, it's still processing, but here is our video. April 4, 2017, 2:30 p.m. Okay? So, you can rename that to whatever you want. You can name it to your colony name, you can name it to your own name, whatever you want, but I would suggest you keep things organized. Place a folder in there for your colony. Put your videos in that folder, and so on and so forth. All right? So once that's done, I will tell you there'll be a later video that we go through this, or a session that we do on this, where we're going to have to convert the WebM file. We're going to convert that over to be able to put it up in YouTube. Now, if we had a pay version of Screencastify, you'd be able to push that straight to YouTube without a problem. Unfortunately, in the free version, you can't do that. So, It's pretty simplistic. I will show you how to do it, walk you through it step by step on a later date. I think at this point, this video is a great stopping point and a stepping off point for you guys to be able to jump right in and get your videos going and start to create your screencast and your presentations, so that way you can add those in to your websites. So, Mr. Dooley's class, do you have any questions for me? That's good. That's good. I'm telling you what, I have had a fun time today doing these live sessions. It's been great. You guys have been awesome. I think at this point, I'm going to say sayonara for the day. You love Chipotle, and Chipotle is my life. Nice, Gabe. Nice. All right, so to everybody out there in the World Wide Web, appreciate you tuning in for this short little 15-minute video. And take a look at our YouTube channel here, as well as following us on Twitter, and that's at DCSCBCave, DCSCBCave. And tune in next time. There'll be a tech tip coming out on Thursday morning. And other than that, sayonara for now. Have a great day, and we'll see y'all later.